Hi guys, as you can see from the title of our video today, we are talking about anger management. So how can we do it in a healthy way? Some people actually describe anger as one of the most primitive human emotions because, as we all know, there are countless societal problems that come about because of anger. Think about road rage, think about violence, think about tantrums from children, think about murder even for extreme cases. And definitely there are countless other problems. So surely there has to be a better way of dealing with anger. Being a Christian, I am guided by the principles of the Bible, and there's one particular verse that I think about whenever I am in an anger situation, and it's from the book of James. So it's James 1:19-21, and this is what it says. Know this, my beloved brothers. Let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. For the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God. For me, what I pick from that is that we have to figure out how to be more responsive than reactive, because that's how we naturally are. We want to react whenever we are faced with a situation that makes us angry, that makes us disappointed. And kids who have been raised in a typical African family know exactly what I am talking about. In fact, some people say that whenever their parents got angry with them, they would pick the closest thing to them and use it to hit them. It doesn't matter what it was. Anyway, most of us turned out all right. And the good thing is that parents now know better. They know how to actually discipline their children whenever they are angry with them through words. They actually now know that words are a way of disciplining. And this is not to neglect the place of the rod. I'm not speaking against the message of beating your child if you have to, because I mean, at the end of the day, they are still your child and they are your responsibility, and it is up to you to instill discipline to them. Anyway, so how do we respond to anger then? The first thing to think about, as the verse suggests, is being slow to speak. How we speak generally exposes our emotions, and from today's topic, anger, when we are angry, we speak out of anger, and it's seen in how we express ourselves. So, slow to speak. I think this is easy for me because when I am angry, I am naturally quiet. But it's the kind of silence that speaks louder than words. But hey, the Lord is working on me. Bottom line is that being slow to speak can save you a lot of regret. The words that we normally say when we are angry, disappointed, frustrated, sometimes can be very nasty. And you know, the worst part is that once you say them, you can't take them back. So you have to tread carefully. I definitely know that it will take time. It takes time. And you can always start with the people that are closest to you. With time, it becomes easier. It becomes easier. You know, slowing yourself before you speak. Think about, what am I about to say? How will it impact even the person that I'm talking to? Are these words that I would regret later? So being slow to speak is a way of managing anger in a healthy way. Another thing is to think of it as spilled milk. This is something that I have adopted lately, and it's actually working. This is what I mean. Spilled milk is something that has already happened, and there's nothing you can do to change it. If something bad has already been done to you, it's technically now in the past. It's already done. There's nothing you can do to prevent it from happening, even by expressing anger. I say express anger because it's okay to be angry. We are humans at the end of the day, right? And how to deal with it is what now we are aiming to change. How do we respond to anger? If you use money as an example, if you take a deal that loses you a huge chunk of money, that's it. The money is already gone. It's now in someone else's hands. So now your responsibility at that time is to figure out, how do I make better deals in the future? And I say it works for me because when I think of something as being in the past, it stops stressing me. I guess we can say that this point speaks to our mindset. You know, every day I think we are always trying to manipulate our mind so that we can, navigate situations. How do we, work with people? How do we, because working with people will cause, emotions out of us sometimes, and anger emotion for that matter. So then how do we navigate it? Because we can't control what people do to bring anger out of us. So we have to figure out a way to just navigate it. So for me, when I think of it as spilled milk, I'm like, sawa, I'm now angry, nishakasirika, what can I do next? How do I respond to it? I can definitely not end this list without mentioning journaling. Oh, it had to be there, it had to be in the list. And this is something I do also. I think I should have put a disclaimer at the start that these are my personal proven recommendations. Sometimes they are actually hard to follow, but I promise whenever you do it, it really helps. So back to journaling. The thing with journaling is that you can go on and on and on. I mean, the book is yours, so if you do cover to cover, journaling about one particular topic that made you angry, it's all yours. So you can express everything you feel. I have a theory for that. When you have gone through a traumatic experience, talking about it over and over brings you closer and closer to healing. When you do it, it makes you like relive those moments, and the more you go through that, the process, every time you speak about it, it weakens the power or the hold that situation had over you. With journaling, it's the same thing. You can relive the ordeal, but you have to be as detailed as possible. For me, I try to be as detailed as possible. Even if you have to describe the color that the perpetrator or the one who made you angry, the color of the clothes they had on, remember every detail and write it down. It helps you to relive that moment. Please don't be scared if those pages turn to 10, 20 pages. You are allowed. I know for sure it works because by the time you put that pen down, it feels like you are just from talking to someone, and the anger inside of you has gone. At least itakuwa imesubside. It won't be as strong as it was. That emotion of anger, it won't be as strong as it was initially. So try these things next time you're angry, and now once you are calm, it's easier for you even to talk to the person that made you angry, and now get to express yourself. You've already dealt with that emotion inwardly, so then it becomes easier for you to talk to that person and let them know how they made you feel, and so on. So how do you deal with the anger? Please leave a comment down below. I've already done my part. I've shared how I deal with it. I'm very much interested to know, how do you deal with it? Leave a comment down below and let someone know how else they can deal with anger. Also, it means a lot when you give this video a thumbs up, because it helps YouTube recommend it to someone else who will find it helpful. So thank you for watching, and see you in one of my other videos. Peace.